Hi Jack, this is Josh over at Encore. I got that bumper I showed you yesterday out of the warehouse and all cleaned up, and looked it over real well. I found a couple flaws I want to run by you or show you before you make arrangements to pick this girl up. But I think because it's the right color and year and everything, knowing what you have on the car now, I think it's going to be a good replacement. A get you by kind of bumper for now, so you feel a little better about driving it around until maybe find another Cobra nose or decide to get the whole front end repainted or whatever you decide to do. But I just wanted to let you know I got it out. I'll show you all the flaws that I found. It does appear to be a one-time paint job. I found the VIN tag on it, original from Ford, underneath, and don't see any scuff marks, sanding marks, dripped paint, anything like that. There are a few light scratches around the corners, maybe even a little touch-up paint that's been done from rock chips and things. Some of this will probably buff out. Some of these, like here, might be down into a primer. But for the price of the bumper and the color matching and everything, I hope it's going to be acceptable for you. It'll be on the lower range of the prices I gave you yesterday, only because if I had to rate it out of a 10, I'd probably rate it maybe a 6. I don't want you to think it's a piece of junk. I just found a few flaws. There's a little knock in it right here. See if sunlight's coming through there. Nope, I don't see any sunlight coming through. But there is one crack over on the driver's side, so it obviously had some kind of an impact. Wasn't low enough to hit the bumper, probably more fender hoodish, but there is about a 1 to 2 millimeter, maybe a little stress fracture there. I think this is from a 98 I have here, and it was hit in the tire and strut tower area, so this might have just pulled down when the fender came with it. But there's this little 1 or 2 millimeter guy right here, and this here separated an inch and a half. So that's the major damage. Let me flip it around so we can get a look underneath. So from behind, got a 95 part number there, F5 95, so I know it's not a 94 manufacture date. I don't know what Ford would have changed. Something changed between 94 and 5 because that number changed. But there's really no damage to all the mount tabs. They all look good. Inside the fender area, they all look good. Some of this got, the clear coat got scuffed up, and in some places it's down to the bumper, but a little rubbing compound will probably take care of a lot of that, and it is tucked and hidden away by the tire anyway. So, it's not perfect. Like I said, it's probably a 6 out of 10. Fog light holes are good. The mounting areas are good for that, both sides. Mount tabs here appear to be good. Scuff marks, that's mostly for me storing it. I had it stored upright in the building thinking that'd be good for it. It deformed the bumper just a tiny bit, which I'm sure will come back. It's been sitting that way for, about a year. And go one more rotation here. So mount tabs appear to be good. The little air deflectors, yeah, they've scuffed the curb or two and they're not perfect anymore. But again, you have to be changing your oil basically to even see these. But they're attached, factory rivets. There does appear to be some extra paint here. That's interesting. So there might have been a paint job, a blend job somewhere. It looks like almost like the passenger side here is darker than the driver's side. I don't know if that shows up on camera like it does in person. This appears to have that typical faded 20-year-old kind of peach pink appearance to it. This here over here looks, I can almost see it right about here. There looks like a line where the kind of metal flake starts to show up right here, and it gets a little darker. So it's possible the passenger side of the car was hit in the past, but I see this factory VIN tag, so that's what made me originally think it hadn't been painted. I just noticed that there's a little flakage there, but the shape is real good. I do see some looks like stress cracks here in the paint. Could be from this driver's side accident. It could be from the way I had it stored, or getting real cold in my warehouse. I don't know, but again, I labeled it a 6 out of 10. It's not a grade A. Not even sure if I'd give it a B. She might be a B minus, C plus, something like that. So it's going to be on the lower end of the price range that I gave you yesterday. But as far as flaws you see when it's installed, I'm not sure. I mean, there's that little 1mm crack. You can't really see it from the side. When the headlight and corner light are installed and the fender's on, I mean, only you and I and anybody you tell or who's watched this video will even know it's there. And I think we both know that this is going to be just a temporary get you by. But I wanted to let you know I got it out, I cleaned it up, I've looked it over. I'd give it a B- for overall condition, and it is the right color. So if you're interested in grabbing this one, just let me know. We'll make arrangements, and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.